Good evening, Mr. Smith, Ms. Fisher, Mr. Eckstein, members of the Bellevue Board of Education, faculty members, parents, and guardians, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 129th commencement ceremony of Bellevue High School and the graduation of the class of 2017. Graduation signifies the end, but let us please remember the term commencement signifies the beginning. This is certainly a happy occasion, but it is also bittersweet as this class is leaving Bellevue High School. As we tell our students often, once you are a tiger, you're always a tiger. Our graduates are members of our family, and while they are leaving to begin adult life of their own, I hope they will always consider Bellevue their home. We love them and we will miss them. Tonight we celebrate our graduates' achievements while wishing them safe sailing in their new beginnings in the journey of life. Please enjoy the moment, for it is far too short, and at the same time, it is a vital part of lifelong learning experience. Now please stand for our national anthem and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In all graduating classes, it is customary to recognize high academic achievement. We do so by designating the valedictorian and the salutatorian of the class. Adam Hazaris is our class valedictorian. And Brooke Marin is our salutatorian. Tuesday night at our honors dinner, Brooke Marin spoke. This evening we will hear from Adam Hazaris. Therefore, it is a great pleasure I introduce Adam Hazaris, valedictorian for the class of 2017.
Found it. Classmates, most of us have been together for 13 years now, said every valedictorian ever. A couple of weeks ago, I was challenged by Miss Borchers. Shout out to Miss B. Where you at? I was challenged by Miss Borchers to write a good speech. And I thought to myself, what's the point? You know, I'm already done with school, and I don't think most people will remember my speech at the end of the day. So why put all this effort into writing a good speech? This is what I came up with. Between the 58 of us, we have spent a combined total of 754 years enrolled in school, whether it be here or somewhere else. That's 13 years each. I'm going to shrink down to individual numbers because they're about to get pretty big. So in these 13 years, each one of us has spent approximately 2,340 days in school. For some, especially those who weren't allowed to be here tonight, that number might be considerably less. Nonetheless, that's 2,340 times waking up around 7 a.m. and dragging yourself out of bed to make it to school by 8. That's 2,340 times that many of you had to walk your dreary selves home from an often long and frustrating day at school. So, within these 2,340 days, you yourself have spent a whopping 16,380 hours, or if you prefer, 982,800 minutes. Or if that doesn't make the cut, that would be 58,968,000 seconds that some of you have spent watching that big hand on the clock tick away in a school building. So, after this little research project, I posed a new question to myself. Who am I to witness and grow up with such an incredible group of classmates and not send them off with a proper goodbye? So, in a proper, but hopefully not too proper goodbye to my family, the class of 2017, I want to say, you guys are some of the best people that I've ever met. And to anyone who tells you that you're not good enough for something, or tells you that you're too lazy or uncommitted, I want you to pull out this worthless piece of paper that's about to be given to you as proof to testify to the 2,340 days, or 16,380 hours, or 982,800 minutes, or 58,968,000 seconds that you committed to earning a diploma. Now, don't get me wrong, graduating high school will not be the hardest thing you ever do. But there are a lot of students who are too lazy to finish what you all have accomplished. If I could leave you guys with any one piece of advice, sell yourself short. Each and every one of us was created for a purpose, and I can't stand to see any one of you be anything less than what you're called to be. Lamorris Crawford, the chaplain for the Cincinnati Bengals, once said, "The most depressing thing about walking through a graveyard is not the lost loved ones, but the books that were never written, the songs never sung, the ministers that never ministered, and the doctors who never saved lives, all because they believed the lie that they weren't good enough." Don't be scared of living up to your calling. Now, this ceremony may be about us, but it wouldn't be right to leave here without giving a shout out to those who got us here. To the ones who raised children well enough to finish the never-ending journey that is high school, I want to say thank you. Speaking personally, I'd be nothing without my parents and the faith that they've instilled in me. It is with that faith that we've been able to make it through the toughest of times. The next shout out goes to those who have invested so much into our lives by increasing our knowledge, keeping us on track, and pouring out the occasional bit of wisdom in times of need. I want to say thank you to all the teachers. Thanks, guys. Shout out to the janitors who are always there to clean up the worst of our messes. Without you, they might not be able to consider our school a school. And finally, to the administration for putting up with the biggest headaches that come from us kids. We couldn't have done it without any one of you guys. My final words to the class of 2017 come from Dr. Seuss's "Oh, the Places You'll Go." You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where you go. Best of luck, guys. Love you.
Thank you, Adam. That was a wonderful speech. The balloons in front of the stage represent lost loved ones. Ladies and gentlemen, the people seated here are well known to the community of Bellevue, but for all of our guests, I would like to take the opportunity to recognize my distinguished colleagues. Our speaker, Ms. Julie Fisher, alumni and board member, Mr. Dave Eckstein, retired principal, Mr. Rob Smith, superintendent, Ms. Jenny Hazardous, board chair, Mr. Chris Gronick, Mr. Dan Sparks, and Mr. Dan Swope, our board members, and Mr. Dave Pelgen, our assistant principal. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Rob Smith.
Good evening. I have the pleasure tonight and the honor tonight of introducing our guest speaker. Julie Webb Fisher is the daughter of Virgil and Dottie Webb. Julie's Bellevue High School class of 1975. While attending Bellevue High School, Julie was active in many clubs and organizations, often serving as an officer. After graduating from Bellevue High School, she attended the University of Kentucky and graduated with a bachelor's in early childhood education. Julie earned her master's from the University of Cincinnati and earned an Ohio K-12 reading specialist certification through Xavier University. She began her career as an early childhood educator, teaching Montessori, preschool, and kindergarten, but has spent most of her career teaching first grade. For the past 31 years, she has been a first grade teacher at J.F. Burns in the Kings local school district. Throughout her 31 years as a teacher at Kings, Julie has served on the Blue Ribbon School Committee, Response to Intervention Committee, Curriculum Committees, Standard-Based Report Card Committees, Literacy Committees, I think they have lots of committees in Kings, and served as a mentor teacher. She is currently serving on the PBIS school and district committees as well as the K-2 lead PBIS coach. She has been appointed by the King superintendent to serve as one of 2 teacher leaders from her school to serve on the district strategic planning committee, creating the vision and mission beginning with the 17-18 school year. In May of 15, she was appointed by the president of the Ohio Education Association to serve on a 12-member commission on student success. In October of 16, Julie was appointed by Kentucky's Commissioner of Education as one of the state's 12-member local school board advisory council for a 2-year term. Civic involvement in Bellevue has been essential for Julie. She has volunteered at several of our city's senior picnics, Art in the Park, the Big Day of Service, and for 10 years as volleyball coach at the Bellevue Vets. Julie has been a member of the Bellevue Board of Education for the past 10 years. In 2008, she became the coordinator of the Future Bellevue Tigers program, compiling developmental, nutritional, and resource information. These backpacks are delivered to the homes of new parents in order to promote development from birth and to foster important partnership between parents and the school district. Julie is also very active in the Bellevue High School Alumni Association and most recently the Education Foundation. Julie has received numerous awards for professional successes and civic engagement, most recently inducted into the Bellevue High School Hall of Distinguished Alumni. Julie is forever grateful for the support of her parents and the experience as a student of Bellevue High School. It's where she developed a desire to pursue her passion to become an educator with the goal of making a positive difference in the children's lives. Equally strong is her passion for volunteering in the field of education and in her hometown, the city that she loves, Bellevue, Kentucky. Julie has one daughter, Chelsea Webb Fisher, who was a Governor's Scholar and the 2009 valedictorian at Bellevue High School. Chelsea is a graduate of the University of Kentucky, following in her mother's footsteps as a teacher and philanthropist. She is currently a middle grades English teacher for Covington Independent Schools. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 commencement speaker, Julie Webb Fisher.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. It's an honor to address the senior class of 2017. I'm sure you've heard the expression, it's not all about you, but tonight and this ceremony is all about each of you. Congratulations for all you've accomplished in the past 17 or 18 years. I know that you're looking forward to time with your friends, fellow seniors, and family after this, but I'm asking for your attention because I want you to be thinking, how does what she's saying connect with me? How can I apply it to my life, my future? Please keep this at the top of your mind, and I promise you I will speak less than 10 minutes. My dad, Virgil Webb, was a pharmacist, which is a great success story, but the how and the why is the more important part. He grew up in extreme poverty, where his family was constantly evicted from their rented houses. His mother, my grandmother, only attended school to the 2nd grade, and my grandfather only attended school through the 6th grade. To help support his family, he began working at the age of 8 after school each day, bagging potatoes at the town's grocery store. Then he earned enough money to buy a bicycle and became a delivery boy at a local drugstore. That's what sparked his interest in becoming a pharmacist. He had teachers who recognized his talents in math and science and encouraged him. So when Dad was 18, your age, he hitchhiked from Wapakoneta, Ohio to Cincinnati with the clothes on his back, 2 pairs of army pants he dyed himself, and knowing no money and knowing no one in the Cincinnati area. The last thing my grandpa told my dad was, "You'll never make it, you'll be back." But my dad was determined not to let that happen. He lived at the YMCA in downtown Cincinnati and worked 40 hours a week. He enrolled full-time at the University of Cincinnati School of Pharmacy while still working 40 hours a week. In those days, college was pretty much just for rich people. And my dad didn't have a suit, and most of the students wore suits to school. Dad wore jeans and was laughed at for doing so. Pretty tough situation for a freshman where you know no one. But my dad could joke about it, made friends, and eventually some of the other guys started wearing jeans as well to school. And he did graduate from the School of Pharmacy in 1954. My mother, Dottie Northcutt Webb, was a 1952 graduate of Bellevue High School and grew up in a dysfunctional family, experiencing a heartbreaking childhood. She began working at the age of 12 at a bakery because her parents insisted that she begin paying rent. And then she began to work at a drugstore in downtown Cincinnati at age 16. That's where she met my dad, and they were married after Dad graduated from college. They started their married life in 3 furnished room apartments and began a family, moving to Bellevue in about 1957 and rented a house at 505 Taylor. When I was a young child, and since it was a family of 5, and they started out with nothing, we were quite poor and actually qualified for food stamps. But when I was 9 years old, my dad changed jobs and became a general manager and a pharmacist for what is now CVS, generally working about 80 hours a week, while my mom pretty much did everything else. But when Dad wasn't working, he was playing with us kids and any other kid who wanted to play pickup baseball, go to a playground, take kids to the pool with us, attend our sporting events. You get the picture. Fast forward to my generation. My brothers and I all have a college education with advanced degrees for myself and one of my brothers. But my life has not been without challenges. One of the hardest things that I ever did was have to file for divorce and become a single parent when my daughter was 6 years of age. It's emotionally very tough. I am indebted to my parents and my friends for their ongoing support. Divorce can also be a big financial hardship. However, due to the level of education I attained, I was able to provide for my daughter, Chelsea. She also worked very hard at BHS and tried to earn as many scholarships as she could to help me out financially. And again, as you heard, graduating from the UK with a bachelor's and a master's degree. I hope this illustrates for you the power of education, being resilient and bouncing back from adversity. Because when you do, it's not just you that's being lifted up. You are setting an example for future generations. Classmates have told me that they modeled their parenting after my parents' example. Will my brothers, Chelsea, or I be where we are without the resilience of my parents? Undoubtedly not. We all get knocked down many times in our lives. but it's so important to get back up. Learn from it, conquer it, don't let it beat you. Find someone to help you. There are many people in the community who care about you: parents, grandparents, Navigo coaches, teachers. You never have to face things alone. Asking for help is a sign of strength and can be an essential component of learning and moving on. Maybe you've already encountered tough times. If so, how did you handle it? I hope these stories will help you cope with adversity even better next time. Another message is to have a sense of purpose in your life. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do after graduation until I was a senior, and my teacher, Mrs. Brindle, introduced the field of early childhood education to me. My mother's purpose in life was to be a great mom, a great wife, and use her life to make a difference in any way she could, or in her words, be God's servant on earth. She was the mother that guided and nurtured not only her own children, but any young person or friend who needed anything. But trust me, she could also show tough love when that's really what was called for. So I realized I could connect my love of kids and follow the example of my mom, who was such a natural teacher. I began to really understand the example of my parents and their focus on us finding a career. I wanted to help young children build a strong foundation for future learning in all aspects: socially, emotionally, academically, and develop confidence in their abilities. So I'm very grateful that, with guidance, I developed a purpose and a goal to my working life. Every one of you has talents that are valuable. Find them and keep stretching yourself. You may find that your path in life changes. Be flexible and always keep a goal in sight. Imagine being in a job or career that you don't like and having to do it for 30 plus years. Now contrast that with a career that you actually really enjoy. Easy choice, right? If you have found your purpose, great. If not, keep searching. Again, you are not alone in this. We are all pulling for you to succeed. But work alone can't be your only purpose. Be generous with something bigger than yourself. My parents gave of themselves for the community and the kids at Bellevue. My dad dug trenches in the 70s at the field so we could have our first night game at the stadium. My mom drove kids who weren't starters to sports for their games because the coaches only provided transportation for these starters. So then she started spearheading a fund drive to obtain the first bus for Bellevue so that all athletes could have transportation and travel as a team. And my mom also became one of the first volunteers for hospice in the early 1980s. My parents were volunteers for innumerable activities for the city, school, church, and kids. Time doesn't permit me to begin to list all that they were involved in for the benefit of others. So, another passion and purpose for me is to continue that legacy of volunteerism. Volunteering just feels good. I am fortunate that I can apply my love of learning and education to more than just teaching by being on the Board of Education and serving on councils and committees, as well as being actively involved as volunteering for the city. So, how about you? I know many of you have already volunteered throughout high school, and I'm sure you plan to continue to do so. Here's a few ideas, though. Those of you who played baseball, maybe coach a vets or a little league team. Volleyball, soccer, football, tennis, basketball players might do the same. Band members could volunteer with music. Any of you could be a board member after age 25 or serve on a site-based council when you have children attending school. Maybe volunteer at city events. Do outreach for your church or charitable organization. Giving of yourself is the epitome of generosity. Be generous with your time. Be generous with your thanks. Be generous with your encouragement. Be generous with your friendship. Recognize effort or accomplishments of others and be generous with praise. As you get older, maybe financially support a charity or a foundation that has a purpose for you. Studies have found that older adults often list one of their biggest regrets is they did not do enough with their life and they didn't do more with it. So don't let that be you. Thank you for giving me your time and attention on this very special night. Remember, believe in yourself, chase your dreams, be resilient, find your purposes, practice generosity. In doing so, I firmly believe you will find true happiness and success. So in closing, I'm leaving you with your first challenge as a graduate of Bellevue High School. As my mom always said, life gets complicated after you hit 18. So I have prepared an envelope for each of you. And you're going to have to make a choice with its contents. If you truly need what's in the envelope, keep it. But if you're able, thoughtfully practice generosity with its contents, whether it's tonight, next week, or sometime in the future. As you process out, there will be an envelope for each of you, and my daughter Chelsea and my friend Mary Scott will hand it to you, so please don't leave without it. Remember, you have the best wishes of all of us as you enter the next chapter of your life. Make us, and more importantly, yourself, proud. Thank you. And in my 1975, go Tigers. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie, for your words of wisdom to the class of 2017. The flowers on the table are our small token of appreciation for you to take home. Thank you again. The Band of Gold will now present a musical selection chosen by our senior band members. Risk Everything for a Dream by Richard Salcedo, the Bellevue Band of Gold. Thank you, Mr. Bishop and the members of the Band of Gold. This has been a great year for the Band of Gold, and tonight we say goodbye to our senior class members of the band. Please join me in another round of applause for Mr. Bishop and the Band of Gold. Mr. Smith, Ms. Fisher, Mr. Eckstein, members of the Board of Education, with the advice and consent of the faculty of Bellevue High School and by the powers vested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, it is my pleasure to present the 129th graduating class, the Bellevue High School class of 2017.
There are 61 graduates in the 129th annual commencement, and 58 of our graduates are participating in the class of 2017 commencement exercise this evening. In order that all parents, guardians, family members, and friends may hear our graduates' names as they are announced, we respectfully ask that you please hold your applause until the entire class has completed receiving their diplomas. Our graduates are as follows. Malachi Robert Ashcraft, Bellevue High School diploma. Noah R. Ball, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Sydney Nicole Berkemeyer, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Jason Tanner Bach, Bellevue High School diploma. Bailey Ray Boshears, Bellevue High School diploma. Daniel Joseph Bricking III, Bellevue High School diploma. Jeffrey Marvin Brinker II, Bellevue High School diploma. Michael Edward Burkett, Bellevue High School diploma. Jared Matthew Casebolt, Bellevue High School diploma. Lucas D. Clark, Bellevue High School diploma. Kendall Renee Clark Sandlin, Bellevue High School diploma. Martha A. Collins, Bellevue High School diploma. Rebecca Lynn Combs, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Jude Cope, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Jason Michael Craig, Bellevue High School diploma. Mackenzie Beth Craig, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Jacob Christopher Day, Bellevue High School diploma. Alex Hill Martin Delaney, Bellevue High School diploma. Thomas William DeMoss, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Brandon Lee Durbin, Bellevue High School diploma. Spencer Tyler Philhart, Bellevue High School diploma. Kristen Nicole Fisher, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Zara Gabriela Frias, Bellevue High School diploma. Mark W. Glover, Bellevue High School diploma. Jacob Thomas Green, Bellevue High School diploma. Bailey Haas, Bellevue High School diploma. Michael Taylor Hare, Bellevue High School diploma. Nicholas A. Hamblin, Bellevue High School diploma. Adam Michael Hazardous, Bellevue High School diploma, valedictorian. Jasmine Marie Huff, Bellevue High School diploma. Grace Marie Killian, Bellevue High School diploma. Nathaniel Robert Kreutzkamp, Bellevue High School diploma. Haley Raylyn Lay, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. James Clement Livers Jr., Bellevue High School diploma. Brooke Mackenzie Marin, Bellevue High School diploma, salutatorian. Robert Dennis Mahaney Jr., Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Liam Tate McCarthy, Bellevue High School diploma. Gavin Hunter Messman, Bellevue High School diploma. Savannah Starr Montgomery, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Lindsay Aaliyah Murphy, Bellevue High School diploma. Caroline Parsley, Bellevue High School diploma. Cassie Lee Pearson, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Christian Yvonne Poncio, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Alexander Jeffrey Powell, Bellevue High School diploma. Tori Raven Sandlin, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Sapp III, Bellevue High School diploma. Courtney Elizabeth Schmitz, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Jacob Andrew Schreiber, Bellevue High School diploma. Madeline Elizabeth Schweitzer, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Jordan Shields, Bellevue High School diploma. Ivy M. Smalling, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Kaya Termini, Bellevue High School diploma. Jonathan Tucker Thomas, Bellevue High School diploma. Alexander Tomas, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Luis M. Velasco, Bellevue High School diploma. Gabrielle Nicole Weibel, Bellevue High School diploma. Joshua W. Warricks, Bellevue High School diploma. Jared Tyler Zeck, Bellevue High School diploma, work ethic diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud the class of 2017. On behalf of Mrs. Zimmerman, Mr. Eckstein, the faculty, and myself, I wish to commend not only this fine class of young men and women, but please join us in applauding the parents, guardians, grandparents, and family members who helped make them the wonderful people that they are. This is a wonderful event, and the fact that your daughter or son is here tonight and prepared for a career or college readiness opportunity is also a direct result of hard work by countless teachers from preschool, kindergarten, elementary, middle school, and high school. The most important aspect of public education is competent, knowledgeable, and caring teachers. Please give all teachers present a round of applause. Graduates, please move your tassels from right to left. You are now alumni of Bellevue High School. Be true to the Tiger traditions.
Traditions are important, and we at Bellevue High School value our Tiger traditions. Our commencement tradition always concludes with closing remarks by the president of the class. Please welcome the president of the class of 2017, Mr. Jared Casebolt.
It's a lot of people. We practiced that a lot. All right, class of 2017, we made it. We did. For everyone who is here today just to see a loved one receive their diploma, I'm truly sorry, but you're going to have to sit through another cliche graduation speech. Don't worry though, I won't be long. Because trust me, I'm very anxious and ready to get this whole high school thing behind me. So here we go. Fellow seniors, today we are doing something special, something we have awaited for a very long time. Today, we are putting a large part of our lives behind us and moving on to bigger, better, and less smelly things. Today, seniors, we are graduating. Well, we already did graduate, technically. Isn't that crazy? We are finished. After today, you won't have to return back to Bellevue High School from what feels like the shortest weekend ever. And that is because after today, you won't have to return to Bellevue High School ever again. If you do, it won't be as a student. You might even be required to wear one of those "My Name Is" stickers. So it's pretty exciting. Something to look forward to. And from now on, everyone is going to look at us as if we were adults, which is something we've been asking for a very long time. Now it's here, and is a hell of a lot scarier than we had expected. Because from now on, we have to actually be adults. We don't just get the title. Each and every one of us has a plan. Even if your plan is to not have a plan, it's still something. Just whatever it is that you do after today, stick to it. Because nobody is going to be there to tell us what to do and what not to do anymore. Miss Green, wherever she is, she'll no longer be there to tell us which staircase it is that we are actually supposed to be taking. Miss O'Neill will no longer be there to check our quizzes and encourage us to travel the world with her collection of wristwatches. And Mrs. Borchers, we will all miss the lectures you gave some of us on what we should have done to stay out of trouble in the first place. We're not going to have a lot of things anymore. Metaphorically, from here on out, nobody will be there to hold our hands. What we do and what we become from this point on is entirely up to us. Mr. Eckstein said it perfectly the other night. He said, the rest of your life is like a blank canvas, and you get to decide what the final painting will look like. You have the resources, and now you just have to put them to use. And that is so true. For the last 12, 13 years, think of any teacher that you have ever had. Their job was to prepare you for the future. This right here is where it begins. They have been prepping us for this moment, and now we made it. Look at the people on this stage, the administrators, and the teachers that are here today. None of this would have been possible without them. Everyone who is in the stands that are here to watch the ceremony are here for us. I mean, there's a lot of people here. This is a better turnout than anything I've been to for athletics. It really is. That's because this is a big deal, and it should be. We only get this moment one time, and we owe all of these people a tremendous thank you. They have given us the resources, and now we just need to use them. Whether your next step is college, the military, or the workforce, just use everything that you have been given and all the knowledge that you have received, and just be successful. If we all do that, then in 15 years, at our class reunion, because we're going to have one, we'll have a lot to talk about. And then finally, class of 2017, I want to thank you for giving me the honor of being our class president. And also, thank you all for a remarkable high school experience. I really am going to miss you guys a lot. And I'm saying that now because I know we won't all be back together like this again. But I wish you each the best of luck in whatever it is that you do next. And I guess I'll see you in 15 years.
Thank you for that wonderful closing speech, Jared. Please rise for the alma mater and remain standing for the recessional.
Take the